Hey, man, you do what you gotta do.
Why R. Kelly, huh? What did R. Kelly do to you?
He's accused of relieving himself on an underage girl on tape, which is against the law.
Okay. But let's examine this whole peeing thing. So I can pee in the toilet and it's okay. But if I pee on a person, it's like not okay?
Well, yeah.
Well, what if I'm peeing and Huey's in the bathroom and I accidentally pee on Huey? Should I go to jail?
What the hell would I be doing in the bathroom while you're in the bathroom?
Hold up. Remember when we used to sleep in the same bed when we was littler? From time to time, I'd have a little accident.
You still do.
Shut up. So, Mr. Dubois, Mr. I wanna lock niggas up for peeing. What's the statute of limitations on bedwetting? Why not prosecute me and R. Kelly at the same time, huh?
Now, Riley, no one's going to prosecute you for bedwetting.
And you should. It's a natural bodily function. And now every nigga in the world gonna be scared to pee. I may never pee again.
Riley, it was a little girl.
Oh, I seen that girl. She ain't little. I'm little.
Yes.
Gary Coleman's little.
Yes.
Mini-Me is little.
Very.
And to the best of my knowledge, we all managed to avoid getting peed on so far.
But what about the victim?
Oh, yes, the victim. At what point does personal responsibility become a factor in this equation?
I don't think that's...
I see piss coming, I move. She saw piss coming, she stayed.
Yeah, she did,
And why should I have to miss out on the next R. Kelly album just for that?
Man, you just got beat by an 8-year-old.
And if R. Kelly goes to jail, I'll piss on your cat.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another video here on the SSA Philosophy channel, where we dive into the philosophies of characters from video games to TV shows to movies, etc., etc. So in today's video, we're going to be going over the philosophy of the character known as Riley Freeman from the Boondocks. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste any time. Let's go on ahead and let us get started. Riley Freeman, the younger sibling of Huey Freeman in the Boondocks, embodies a unique philosophical lens that straddles youthful rebellion, cultural commentary, and moral ambiguity. Unlike his older brother, who is deeply rooted in revolutionary thought and political critique, Riley's worldview is shaped by his fascination with street culture, materialism, and the pursuit of status. His philosophy is not one born of academia or historical texts, but is instead forged in the fire of pop culture, media influence, and the trials of growing up in a society steeped in racial and economic inequality. Despite his penchant for troublemaking and his sometimes troubling embrace of materialistic ideals, Riley's philosophy is far from hollow. Beneath the surface lies a character grappling with identity, aspiration, and the constraints of his environment. Riley is an archetype of youthful defiance, using humor, bravado, and audacious actions to mask vulnerabilities and navigate the contradictions of his world. This video here explains Riley Freeman's worldview, his philosophy through 5 interconnected themes: the allure of materialism, his concept of loyalty, his critique of authority, his exploration of identity, and his latent moral compass.
You flew in on, fuck them shoes, fuck those socks with the on it, fuck your gay ass fairy faggot accent, fuck them cheap ass cigars, fuck your yuck mouth teeth, fuck your hairpiece, fuck your chocolate, fuck Guy Ritchie, fuck Prince William, fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out of my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Riley's admiration for the glitz and glamour of street culture is a cornerstone of his philosophy. He idolizes figures like gangsters, rappers, and athletes, viewing them as embodiments of success and power. To Riley, material wealth is not merely a goal, it is a symbol of freedom and self-worth. He often mocks Huey's, his more austere worldview, seeing it as disconnected from the realities of modern life, where material success equates to social capital. So the psychological roots of materialism. So at its core, materialism is rooted in the human desire for security and happiness. Material possessions can provide a sense of stability, comfort, and control. The acquisition of wealth and status can also boost self-esteem and social standing. However, this pursuit can become a relentless cycle, as the initial satisfaction derived from material gains often diminishes over time. The social and cultural influence. Society plays a significant role in shaping our materialistic desires. Advertising, social media, and popular culture constantly bombard us with images of wealth, luxury, and success. These messages can create a sense of inadequacy and dissatisfaction with our own lives, leading us to seek validation and fulfillment through material possessions. Moreover, consumer culture encourages us to equate happiness with consumption. We are taught to believe that the more we buy, the happier we will be. This belief system even, can lead to a compulsive need to acquire more even when we don't truly need it. The dark side of materialism. So, while the pursuit of material wealth can lead to success and prosperity, it can also have negative consequences. Excessive materialism excessive materialism can lead to stress, anxiety, and depression. It can also erode our relationships with others as we become more focused on our own desires than on the needs of those around us. Furthermore, materialism can contribute to environmental degradation and social inequality. The production and consumption of material goods often requires significant resources and energy, which can have a negative impact on the planet. Additionally, the pursuit of wealth can exacerbate economic disparities as the rich get richer and the poor get poorer.
What's really good? Y'all already know, folks. Riley Freeman, a.k.a. Young Reezy, doing the Godzilla Big Head All-Star Weekend. Only 8 years old and putting the smackdown on these bitch-ass niggas. Here he is winning the three-point contest, making it rain like Lil Wayne out this motherfucker, without even taking off his warm-ups or his Timbs, nigga. And later, he bust Vince Carter's ass in the slam dunk contest. Look at this right here. Look. God damn! Man, I seen it all. Ernie, nigga, back to you.
This Riley Freeman, a very exciting but controversial player. Last year, he became the first person to leave elementary school and go to the NBA when the Miami Heat signed him to a $3 gazillion contract. The biggest in league history.
I don't care how much they pay him, Ernie. This kid is a disgrace to basketball. He epitomizes everything wrong with the game today.
Now, Charles, it seems to me that you're hating on Riley because he stacks paper to the ceiling and rides on 24-inch chrome.
Yeah, that's true.
However, Riley's obsession with materialism is not without its contradictions. While he dreams of wealth and power, he often finds himself ensnared by the very systems that exploit such desires. His attempts to emulate the lifestyles of his idols often lead to misadventures, forcing Riley to confront the emptiness that sometimes accompanies the relentless pursuit of material goods.
What the hell is wrong with you? This ain't a movie, Riley. You and Granddad about to go jail. I can't snitch. This person stole from your family. I tried to stop him. Yeah.
May I sit down over there next to Riley? What are you guys talking about? Are you talking about who's doing the break-ins? If you know, you can tell me. I won't tell anybody.
Jasmine, are you wearing a wire?
Code Blue! Code Blue!
What the hell is this, a snitchathon? Man, there's snitches everywhere. They under the bed, too? How about the closet?
Hey there, boys. Ooh, this is uncomfortable.
For Riley, loyalty is paramount. His relationships, particularly with his friends and brother, are governed by an unspoken code of honor rooted in street culture. Though he frequently clashes with Huey over ideological differences, Riley deeply respects and admires his brother's intelligence and moral conviction. And this respect manifests in moments of vulnerability where Riley demonstrates an unwavering commitment to family and community. The origins of the street code. The origins and the roots themselves of the street code can be traced to historical and social factors, including slavery and Jim Crow. The legacy of slavery and Jim Crow segregation has left a lasting impact on African American communities, creating a sense of isolation and mistrust of mainstream institutions. Urban decay and economic disparity. The decline of urban areas, deindustrialization, and economic inequality have contributed to the marginalization of many communities, leading to increased crime, poverty, and social disorder, police brutality, and racial profiling. Negative interactions with law enforcement can foster resentment and distrust, reinforcing the belief that the streets are the only place where one can find protection and justice.
Ironically, despite the hip-hop community being the driving force behind the Stop Snitching movement, rappers tend to snitch on themselves a lot. In 2000, rapper Gangstalicious reportedly assaulted record executive Johnny Guinness with a tennis racket and a bottle of Hennessy on the set of a music video. Guinness refused to cooperate with authorities, but the next day, Gangstalicious made an appearance on MTV's TRF.
Hold on. Dr. B. Gangstalicious, my mind's too vicious. EMC's all day, delicious. My whole crew up in this, no doubt we gonna win this. Smack up your moms like I smacked Johnny Guinness. 3 o'clock yesterday, I don't care what they say. Suckers really shouldn't play, I hit them with the Hennessy.
So the key elements of the street code are respect, loyalty, retaliation, and the tough guys. Respect is paramount in the street code. It is earned through physical prowess, verbal dexterity, and the ability to defend oneself and one's community. Disrespect can lead to violence and retaliation. Loyalty to one's crew or neighborhood is essential. Betrayal is a serious offense that can result in severe consequences, including violence or even death. The principle of eye for an eye is central to the street code. Any perceived slight or insult must be avenged, often leading to cycles of violence. And to survive in a hostile environment, young men must project an image of toughness and fearlessness. This can involve the use of violence, the display of weapons, and the adoption of a hardened demeanor.
It's no secret that black people are culturally inclined against snitching.
Hey, I ain't seen nothing.
Hell no! Man, fuck your mom.
But recently, what was once an unwritten rule about snitching has become a full-blown stop snitching movement, complete with merchandising. Take the murder of 19-year-old Jermaine LoJack Walker, who was shot during a street basketball tournament in the middle of a summer afternoon in front of at least 300 eyewitnesses. Nobody even called the cops. They all just went home. But despite the cultural stigma against it, a whopping 1 in 12 black men in poor neighborhoods is an active informant.
You damn right, Mr. Policeman. I saw the whole thing.
That means every party, every cookout, every wedding.
The impact of the street code. The street code has a profound impact on the lives of those who adhere to it. While it can provide a sense of belonging and protection, it also perpetuates cycles of violence, incarceration, and death. The code can limit opportunities for education, employment, and social mobility, trapping individuals in a cycle of poverty and crime. Riley's loyalty extends to his friends and even to figures who might be considered morally dubious. He subscribes to the idea that loyalty must be absolute, often ignoring the ethical implications of his actions in favor of protecting those he cares about. This tension reveals a key aspect of Riley's philosophy: the struggle between adhering to a personal code and confronting the broader consequences of one's actions.
When I think about it, I don't ever remember seeing Granddad with a woman. There was a time when I was 3 when I thought he was gay, but now I think it's just bad luck.
Well, I don't see what the big deal is with hoes anyway.
Riley, all women are not hoes. We're talking 25% tops.
Okay, but if they not all hoes, then why I got to pay to take them out to eat then? I mean, I'm paying. That's payment.
I don't know, because that's just what you do. You meet a girl, you take her out to dinner, but you're not paying the girl. You're paying the restaurant.
But I'm paying, which makes her a hoe. Why don't I just give her the money I was going to spend on dinner, and that hoe can go grocery shopping?
Riley's philosophy is intrinsically rebellious. He rejects conventional authority figures from teachers to police officers, seeing them as obstacles to his freedom. This disdain for authority stems from both personal experiences and the broader historical context of systemic oppression faced by Black communities. To Riley, defying authority is not just an act of rebellion. It's a form of survival and resistance. The Enlightenment period, with its emphasis on reason and individual liberty, further fueled the critique of authority. Philosophers like John Locke and Jean-Jacques Rousseau argued for the natural rights of individuals and the social contract, suggesting that legitimate authority derives from the consent of the governed. The Romantic Rebellion. The Romantic movement of the 19th century was a powerful expression of individual rebellion against societal norms and expectations. Romantic poets and artists celebrated the power of the imagination, emotion, and intuition, challenging the rationalism and conformity of the Enlightenment. Figures like Percy Bysshe Shelley and Lord Byron embody the spirits of the romantic rebel, defying convention and advocating for individual freedom. Existentialism and the absurd. Existentialist philosophers like Soren Kierkegaard and Albert Camus explore the themes of individual responsibility, freedom, and the absurdity of the human condition. They argue that individuals are ultimately responsible for their own choices and actions, and that they should not blindly conform to societal expectations or authority figures. The counterculture movement. The counterculture movement of the 1960s and 1970s was a significant expression of youthful rebellion against the established social order, inspired by ideas from existentialism, psychoanalysis, and Eastern philosophy. Countercultural figures like Timothy Leary and Kelxgeez challenged traditional values, norms, and institutions. They advocated for individual freedom, psychedelic experiences, and a more egalitarian society. Contemporary critique of authority. In contemporary society, the critique of authority continues to be a relevant and important issue. Social movements like Black Lives Matter, Me Too, and climate justice movements challenge systemic inequalities and call for greater accountability from institutions of power. Moreover, the rise of digital technologies and social media has empowered individuals to question and challenge authority figures in new and innovative ways. However, it is important to note that not all critiques of authority are constructive. Some forms of rebellion can lead to nihilism, cynicism, and a rejection of all social and political institutions. A healthy society requires a balance between individual freedom and social responsibility.
I'm gonna really let him have it. Show him my stuff. Give that man everything I got.
Pause.
Pause? Pause what?
You said something gay, so you gotta say no homo, or else you a homo.
What did I say gay?
You said you was gonna give this dude everything you got, no homo.
That's not gay. I said I was gonna give the man everything I got.
Pause, granddad. If it sound gay, it's gay, and you gotta say no homo. How I know you not a homo, granddad, if you don't say no homo?
I'm not saying no homo.
Okay, you wanna be a homo.
Stop calling your granddaddy a homo.
Then say no homo.
I don't want to say no homo. I'm a homo your ass. You don't stop saying pause.
Pause.
Yet Riley's critique of authority is often more visceral than intellectual. Unlike Huey, who approaches issues of power and oppression with a calculated analytical lens, Riley's defiance is impulsive and emotional. He embodies the frustrations of a generation that feels unheard and disenfranchised, challenging these, channeling these feelings into acts of defiance that are both comedic and poignant.
Well, you were looking for hate. Way to go. Shut up, punk. Instead of being Mr. Funny Nigga, why don't you try being Mr. Help a Nigga go jump a nigga and get his chain back? Man, I gotta find a way to get it before Thugnificent finds out.
Riley, let the chain go. If Thugnificent wants it back, he can handle it.
Then they'll think I'm a punk and kick me out the crew.
It's just rocks and metal. It's only worth what you're willing to give up for it. Is it worth getting hurt again?
Yeah.
Going to jail?
Yep.
Getting killed?
Yes, sir.
Kissing a man?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Whoa, kissing a man. I mean, if it feels natural and that's what you're into, I mean...
No, that don't count. That's a do-over. I didn't know you was gonna say that.
Guess you really want that chain back.
No. The answer is no.
Riley's identity is a complex tapestry woven from conflicting influences. On one hand, he embraces the archetype of the thug persona, adopting the language, fashion, and mannerisms of hip-hop culture. On the other hand, Riley is still a young boy grappling with insecurity, vulnerability, and the search for a sense of belonging. So, at first glance, Riley appears to be a stereotypical thug, obsessed with hip-hop culture, violence, and materialism. He adopts the persona of a gangster, complete with the swagger, the slang, and the desire for street credibility. This performance of masculinity is, however, a mask that Riley wears to navigate a world that often reinforces negative stereotypes about Black youth. Beneath the surface, so Riley is a deeply insecure and confused young boy searching for his place in the world. He's influenced by the media, particularly television and music, which often portray Black men as either hypermasculine thugs or comedic buffoons. These limited representations shape his understanding of himself and the world around him. The influence of Huey. So Riley's older brother Huey serves as a constant counterpoint to his materialistic desires. Huey, a radical intellectual, challenges the status quo and exposes the systemic injustices that perpetuate inequality. While Riley often dismisses Huey's ideas as boring, he is nonetheless influenced by his brother's critical thinking and social consciousness. And when it comes to role of the community, Riley's identity is also shaped by his community. The Woodcrest neighborhood where the Freemans reside is a microcosm of American society, with its own racial tensions, class divisions, and cultural conflicts. Riley's interactions with his peers, his neighbors, and the various social groups within the community further complicate his sense of self.
So, you mean you really gonna go out with me while I tag a house?
I sometimes like to paint murals. I think they're fun.
Wow, you pretty cool.
So, do you know what you want to paint? The difference between good artists and great artists is not how well they paint, but what they choose to paint.
I want to paint Scarface shooting it like 15 Colombian drug lords with bitches.
That sounds really violent. I don't like violent things. You should take people by surprise and do something they wouldn't expect you to do.
This duality is evident in moments where Riley's bravado falters, revealing a child who is still learning to navigate the world. His identity is both a mask and a mirror, reflecting the cultural forces that shape him while also concealing his true self. Riley's philosophy is one of performance and adaptation, illustrating the ways in which individuals negotiate identity in response to societal expectations and personal desires.
Whose house is this?
It's Betty Von Housen's. She an evil old white woman with a whole bunch of guns. Why? What you want to do to it?
Rob it. Take all her stuff.
Rob it? Hell no.
Stop being scared.
Man, this is stupid. We both gonna go to jail for this.
They can't send me to jail. I've been on TV. I'm a superstar.
What was that? Oh, shit!
Come here, boy. I got something for you.
Yo, man, forget this. The milk you on your own. Oh, shit. Yo, we gotta go. Come on. What you shoot the dog for?
Hey, he got loose. He was about to bite me.
You lying. He was chained up. Man, you sick.
I think you don't want to be friends no more. I think you're gonna tell on me for shooting a dog.
Man, I ain't no snitch, but you got problems, yo. Just stay away from me, man.
Riley.
Beneath Riley's seemingly carefree exterior lies a conscience that occasionally surfaces in unexpected ways. While he often downplays his sense of right and wrong, there are moments when Riley's actions reveal a deeper moral awareness, whether it's standing up for his family, questioning the motivations of others, or expressing guilt over a bad decision. Riley demonstrates that his philosophy is not devoid of ethical considerations. Regardless of its precise origins, conscience plays a crucial role in shaping human behavior. It can motivate us to act in accordance with our values even when it's difficult or unpopular to do so. It can also provide a sense of guilt or remorse when we have acted in a way that we believe is wrong. However, conscience can also be a source of significant psychological distress. When individuals act in a way that conflicts with their moral beliefs, they may experience feelings of guilt, shame, and anxiety. And this can lead to a variety of mental health problems, including depression, anxiety disorders, and substance abuse. One of the most common challenges faced by individuals with a troubled conscience is the conflict between personal desires and moral obligations. This can be particularly acute in situations where there is a strong temptation to act in a way that is morally questionable, but personally beneficial. For example, a person may be tempted to cheat on an exam, lie to a friend, or engage in other forms of unethical behavior. Another common challenge is the conflict between different moral obligations. Sometimes individuals may find themselves in situations where they must choose between two or more competing moral duties. For example, a person may be torn between their loyalty to their family and their commitment to their job. So, the role of moral development, the development of a strong and well functioning conscience, is a complex process that begins in early childhood. Parents, teachers, and other significant adults play a crucial role in shaping children's moral beliefs and values. By modeling ethical behavior, providing clear expectations, and offering guidance and support, adults can help children develop a strong moral foundation. And as children grow older, they begin to develop their own moral reasoning abilities. They learn to distinguish between right and wrong, to consider the consequences of their actions, and to empathize with the feelings of others. This process of moral development continues throughout adolescence and into adulthood. This latent moral compass suggests that Riley's philosophy is not static, but evolving. His experiences, both triumphs and failures, shape his understanding of morality and justice. Over time, Riley's journey might lead him to reconcile his youthful defiance with a more nuanced view of the world, one that balances self interest with a broader sense of responsibility.
And several hours later, when he realized he had dropped his two-way pager.
Okay. Let me explain. You must have lost your mind. You do not kidnap Oprah.
Riley Freeman is more than a mischievous child. He is a reflection of the complexities of growing up in a world defined by cultural contradictions, systemic inequalities, and shifting values. His philosophy is shaped by the allure of materialism, the sanctity of loyalty, a critique of authority, the fluidity of identity, and a latent moral compass, offers a lens through which to examine the broader societal forces at play in the Boondocks. Through his humor, audacity, and occasional moments of introspection, Riley challenges the viewers to confront their assumptions about morality, success, and identity. His journey through rife with missteps, his journey, though rife with missteps, is ultimately one of exploration and growth. In Riley Freeman, we see the struggle of a generation navigating a world that is both inspiring and unforgiving, a struggle that is as timeless as it is timely. His philosophy, like his character, is a dynamic and thought provoking tapestry that continues to resonate with audiences, reminding us that even the most unlikely figures can offer profound insights into the human condition. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that does it on this video here today. And if you enjoy videos and you want to see more on the channel, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell to be notified of every video that I make on the channel. And with that being said, all I can say here is to always be smooth, always be steady, and always be aggressive. Peace.